EPOC, HIIT training, and NEAT. What does all these acronyms mean? Hey everybody, I'm Brian with Applied Fitness, where our mission is to motivate, educate, and empower you to become the best version of yourself. And today I want to talk to you about some alphabet soup. And I'm going to give you 3 acronyms that will help you achieve your health and fitness results. Okay, so all the time we hear about HIIT training. What exactly is HIIT training? Why do we do it? And why are we such believers of HIIT training? It stands for High Intensity Interval Training. HIIT. And what that does is that is a certain kind of training style that spikes your heart rate, that elevates your heart rate in a very systematic and formulaic way to help you burn more calories during your workout, other than doing what we call low intensity interval training, which is an example of a low intensity interval training would be like, say, getting on a treadmill or getting on an elliptical for 60 minutes and just going at that same rhythmic pace. We call that low intensity interval training, as opposed to the high intensity interval training, aka HIIT training, which spikes your heart rate. What we're looking for is an intensity, and that intensity is going to be different for all of us. Intensity for me might be different from somebody else, but you want to exercise an intensity that makes you out of breath, that you can't carry on a conversation. So if you're exercising and you're having a normal conversation with somebody, that's not high intensity interval training. So that's what we call the talk test. So next time you're exercising, if you want to make it HIIT training, make sure it's an intensity that you really can't have a full conversation. That's HIIT. Number 2, very closely related, is EPOC. EPOC stands for Elevated Post-Exercise Oxygen Consumption. I know, just a long words, but what those words mean and how that affects you is the elevated post-exercise oxygen consumption, again, is a result of the high intensity interval training. What that means is it means your body's in an oxygen deficit. So you may have heard me talk about the afterburn effect, and all that is, it's just a simplified term that I came up with to describe the EPOC effect. And what happens is when you exercise for 30-40 minutes, you may burn 600-700 calories here at the studio during the workout, but it's the afterburn, it's the effect that lasts up to 12, 24, sometimes up to 36 hours after the workout. Even when you're sleeping, even when you're reading, even when you're watching TV, you're burning more calories because you're in that oxygen deficit. Your metabolism is elevated, so you're burning more calories even at rest. EPOC. Third acronym is NEAT, and that stands for Non-Exercise Activity Thermogenesis. Let me say that one more time. NEAT. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And what that stands for, as the name implies, non-exercise activity. And sometimes we have a tendency just to think, well, I work out every day, and so that's good. I burn a lot of calories during the workout, and that's awesome. And as we talked about before, if you're working out high intensity interval training, you burn a ton of calories during the workout. If you're doing it right, you're burning exercise throughout the 24-hour period with the afterburn effect. But now we want to focus on the NEAT part of the equation, the non-exercise part. So what that means, are you adding activity into your everyday life? Like, are you going for a walk after dinner, or are you being more active just around the house? Are you doing activities that aren't necessarily exercise per se, but is non-exercise activity that you're burning more calories? You're going for that walk, you're going for a bike ride, you're going for something that's burning more calories. That's the thermogenic effect of exercise, but you're not necessarily doing formal exercise. Those 3 equations right there will help you achieve your health and fitness goals. High intensity interval training, HIIT, elevated post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPOC, aka afterburn, and the third is NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Those 3 terms right there. I'm Brian with Applied Fitness. We are here to serve you. If you have any questions, you let us know, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Be great.